There's a big difference between making money on YouTube and building a business because of YouTube. And AdSense alone usually isn't the thing that gets creators there. So today we're going to walk through some ways that creators make money beyond AdSense and how those income streams change as your channel grows. So whether you're just getting started or already have traction, this episode's going to help you see what's possible next. Hey everyone, welcome to Money Made Easy for Content Creators. I'm Brad, a certified financial planner, and I help content creators with unpredictable income stabilize their cash flow so you can live more like a 9-to-5 earner without losing any of your creative freedom. Every week, we break down the real money stuff creators deal with, the wins, the face palms, and the where do I even start moments, and we keep it simple, honest, and totally judgment-free. Today's episode is all about moving beyond AdSense and understanding ways that creators actually make money. So by the end of this episode, you'll know what income streams make sense for you and where you are in your content creator journey, and how other creators build more stable, predictable income without relying on the algorithm. I think we all just kind of assume they make money because of ads or views, and those things are somehow intertwined. And that's what we know as AdSense, I suppose. So I did some research and I found that about 30 to 40% of income that YouTubers make actually comes from AdSense. So where's the rest of that money coming from? And I think we all understand a few of these ways. There is the affiliate links. You know, I'm a camper and I'm making YouTube content. Hey, go check out my link for this tent. It is in the description. And you go there and you click it and you buy it, and that guy earns a little bit of money. That one's simple enough to understand. And then there's obviously those guys doing basically in-video ads. And these are all pretty common to us. Things like NordVPN or Squarespace on channels that typically deal with guys. It's a lot times what is it called? The one that does your hair. Keeps. Yeah. Oh, you're losing your hair? Here, buy some pills that, keep your hair around. But anyhow, you get what I'm talking about. A company pays you money to pitch their product during the video. But there are obviously other ways that people are making money other than affiliate links and brand deals and sponsorships. Some people have memberships and subscriptions to their channel. Maybe they have a Patreon channel. There's other folks that are just simply taking their content from YouTube and chopping it up and putting it across other social media, like taking a video and putting it onto TikTok or Instagram or Facebook Reels. People are having a lot of success with that. There's other people whose channel is conducive to like selling a service or coaching or maybe consulting. And then there's even some of those lucky ones that it's conducive to sell like a digital product or even a physical product. So what I'm thinking about doing is just breaking this down based on how big the channel is, because I think that makes a big difference on which of these ways of making money makes sense to each one of them. So let's jump into it. And I'm just going to start from the bottom and then go up. So let's talk about small YouTube channels, 0 to 1,000 subscribers. These are what I'm going to refer to as pre-monetization channels, meaning they are not part of the YouTube partner program. They're not making any money off AdSense yet. So I did some research, so how do they make money? No AdSense. I could have a whole bunch of people watch this, but I need the amount of subscribers. I think it's 1,000, and then you need like 4,000 watch hours to be part of the YouTube partner program. So I think it's important to say, like, what is the goal for these type of creators? First of all, you got a small channel. You're trying to get your audience to like you and prove trust and get them to buy into you as a person and the type of content you're making. And then you're also just testing the waters to see what's working at this point and what will make money and what can make money right now. So the best way for these small YouTubers to make money is affiliate links. Again, like my example of the YouTuber that does camping, and he's got a tent and maybe he's got a bag that he uses and a certain set of shoes. He should put affiliate links in the description and be plugging that information into the channel. Affiliate links are easy for small creators because literally anybody can go and create an affiliate link. I looked earlier, I can literally go onto Amazon right now and create an affiliate link partnership with them and start plugging products and getting paid a small commission. And that commission I saw was typically around 10 to 30% of the item's cost. So a small YouTuber should be doing this regularly because it's a fantastic way to make money from your channel and the views without even being part of AdSense. The next way that I think is conducive to make money as a small YouTuber, if it's possible and your channel and your niche allows this, it would be to like sell a service. So maybe you are making content about editing YouTube videos and you put out a great video about how to use some sort of editing program, but then you also offer, say, hey, look, I also do freelance editing. You can hire me to edit your video. I think this is an amazing way to get paid for what you're doing while you're building your channel. So the next one I looked at was one that actually kind of confused me and I looked into farther, was basically lead captures or email lists. And I thought, how is anybody making any money off an email list? So looked at it a bit farther, and yeah, I think this might be one of the best ways actually for small YouTubers to make money. So you're gonna like offer some sort of free download, right? It just depends on whatever your channel is, and you harvest that email from the person to get the free download, or maybe the phone number so you can text. You get enough of these, and you have this email list you own. Well, why is that important? You control the email list. It's something that YouTube does not have any sort of reach into. They can control the algorithm. They can throttle down your videos or demonetize it, whatever it might be, but you control this group of people and their emails. So you have this list of emails. What do we do with it? Well, there's a couple things. We can reach out and sell courses, guides, templates, services, market yourself that way. And it might be something that dives deeper than that free download that you originally offered and got them in with. Another way is you can push your affiliate links through these emails. And what I found is you have a lot higher of a conversion and success with these emails showing your affiliate links than you just mentioning them in the video. So imagine this, you got a kind of sales funnel here, okay? So your YouTube channel mentions a free download. The person goes, they get the free download, they enter their email, and then you begin this email sequence with this person. And that might be, 3 to 7 emails. You make an offer of a guide or a course or something. And so let's break it down. Let's say you have 1,000 subscribers. 30% of these subscribers take you up on that free guide or download. And now you have 300 leads, 300 emails, and you start this email sequence. And let's say after the end of that email sequence, 2% of people buy the thing that you're offering them. And let's say that thing is $100. So now, through all of that, you have generated $600 from one video. And this is pre-monetization. So you've made $600 off a video because you harvested emails, you made an offer, they bought. You had to get 2% of people to buy it. I mean, that's not even a ton. So $600, cool. That's a great way to monetize videos before you have monetization through YouTube. Again, pre-monetization people, I think that some of these are really great. Affiliate links, selling a service, if that's something you can do and your channel is conducive to that. And then some lead capture through an email list. This is typically going to make people around $0 to maybe $1,000 a month. So you can make some good money off this. I think it's just kind of a repetition and a grind thing, though. Let's say you now have 1,000 subscribers, you have the 4,000 watch hours or 1 million views on shorts, whatever it takes nowadays to get AdSense and be monetized with the YouTube partner program. There's obviously some other ways to make money here. Your whole goal at this point of your YouTube career is to turn the attention you're getting into some predictable income. So the best money-making methods for somebody at this, which I'm going to call the early traction period of your YouTube channel, is number one, shocker, AdSense. Go ahead and apply, enable to become part of the YouTube Partner Program and start making money off your views. The next best way to make some money, I think, is something that I really didn't understand, so I had to look farther into, was user-generated content. So basically, it's any form of content that's created by the user or the content creator rather than the brand itself. So let's say, it's a probably a dumb example and it probably wouldn't happen, but Nike is like, hey, we want you to make some content over these new shoes that we have out. We know that your niche, kind of likes these shoes. So go ahead and make that content, but you're not posting it on your channel. You're handing over that content to us and we're posting it, but we're going to pay you for it. I think this is a great way to make some money if this is an opportunity that you can come across. Another good one here is just optimizing some old videos. So let's say you now have a good amount of videos on YouTube. You're now monetized. Go back to these old videos and just optimize them in any way you can. So especially for affiliate marketing for brands, go ahead and, if you hadn't already, put those affiliate links in the description, but more importantly, put them in like the first 1 or 2 lines, because a lot of mobile users are not scrolling down on the description. Make sure it's one of the first things on the description is that affiliate link that you want them to click. 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers, I think you have a great opportunity here for some small sponsorships, things that might even pay just $100, maybe up to $1,000, but start going for sponsorships and plugging those in your videos. Now that you have enough subscribers, those sponsorships will probably pay you for. And then, you could look at selling a digital product like a guide, a template, or a mini course, if that's something that your channel is conducive to and, your viewers might enjoy. Another thing I think you might even look at doing at this period of your YouTube career is creating a media kit. So what we're going to do in a media kit is gather all the key metrics and brand information in one professional package so that we can present this to potential brand partners and advertisers. So this is to go ahead and secure collaborations and sponsorships. So this would include things like your audience demographics, your audience size, so the count across all different platforms that you are publishing on, your engagement rates, so the average amount of likes, comments, shares, views, interactions you get per video or post. If you do have one of these email lead captures and you have a list of email subscribers, go ahead and tally that up, and then go ahead and record like some past successes you've had with other sponsors, if you've had any other sponsorships, testimonials. And this is optional, but I think it's a good tactic. Put your pricing on there. Don't make them guess what to pay you. You ask what you want and send it out there and see if you land it. Shoot for the moon. Somebody in this stage of their YouTube career has a real opportunity of making $500 to possibly even $5,000 a month, just depending on their AdSense revenue and some of these other things, ways to make money that is now available to you because you have a higher amount of folks watching. So the next group of content creators and YouTubers I'm going to talk about is what I'm calling the leverage phase. And these are people with 10 to 50,000 subscribers, which is a good amount. I think everybody would consider you a pretty successful channel if you got upwards of 50,000 subscribers. And I think the goal for this type of person is to increase your revenue without increasing the workload that you have. So at this point, hopefully you are getting consistent sponsorships. You have some affiliate links that are high converting, and maybe you have a membership or a Patreon at this point, and you are offering possibly a digital product that you're selling, I don't know, anywhere between $30 and $300. Okay. One of the best ones here could be this high converting affiliate offer. So not necessarily those affiliates that are paying you the highest commission, but the one that means the most to your channel, your subscribers, and you. Most importantly, you don't want to seem disingenuous. You don't want to be out there hawking a product. You really want to be supporting some sort of product that you might even be using regularly on the channel. And even better here, if you can get these folks to click on the affiliate link and go check it out without them feeling like they're definitely buying something. If you give them the option to say like, hey, here's a 7 or 10-day free trial, or maybe like, hey, this service has a premium option that's paid, but you're going to get it for free for a month. They can go ahead and dip their toes in and feel like, hey, I'm not committing to anything here, but I want to go check it out. I want to try it. I see this person using it on their channel, and it looks like something I'm interested in. That's what I mean by a high converting affiliate link, something that they can just go ahead and give it a go without having to spend any real money right up front, but is still a very viable option for you to be a money-making affiliate partner of. See and do some thinking about what that might be for your channel, and go for it and see what kind of affiliate partnership you can get for some sort of product or service that you feel very confident and have high conviction of yourself. So at this point, I think that you should hopefully having brands approach you, and your audience is honestly expecting recommendations. It's not weird to have you in there doing some sort of product sponsorship on every video. And at this point, your older videos are also earning some. They're evergreen. They're still producing income, especially as you're getting more subscribers and more views. They're going to go backwards and try to see, hey, what's this person all about? And there's probably some of those older videos that brought them there and brought them to you. That's always a great way to keep making money once you're this size of a YouTube creator. These type of people are easily making $3,000 to even upwards of $15,000 a month. Again, this is 10,000 to 50,000 subscribers. The next one is what I'm going to consider the business stage of YouTube and a content creator. This is between 50 and 250,000 subscribers. These guys' goal is to build systems, not just content. They're trying to scale. They've got this thing figured out at this point. Their best money-making methods are going to be those long-term partnerships and brand sponsorships, some high-ticket products possibly, or even coaching. They're selling merch. They have a website. They're selling shirts, t-shirts, stickers, whatever, but they're probably making a decent amount of money off merch, and they might even be doing some sort of giveaways to push those merch sales. Also, I think these guys, it's common for them to have paid communities such as a Patreon or a Discord, something like that, where they can create a community, and they might even be sharing full unedited content for some content that might not be friendly to YouTube, like maybe gun content and things like that. Or maybe they have some cuss words that they want to include in their content, and obviously that's not a great thing for YouTube. So full unedited videos over there in their paid communities. They're possibly doing some live calls with those subscribers, some Q&As, might even have some extra resources attached to these paid communities. It's also a place that their subscribers, their peers in their community can just network with each other. If that's something that is conducive to that niche, it's something I think that people are worth, are willing to pay for, to meet with like-minded people of whatever kind of content this person's creating. So they're not recreating the wheel here. You're just having more long-term deals and possibly higher paying deals with these sponsorships. These people are typically having more predictable revenue. They have the ability to outsource some things here so they can scale, such as editors, managers to help them get these sponsorships, even some sales support. They're making really good YouTube money. These guys are typically making around $10,000 to $50,000 a month. It's no joke. I mean, they're a legit business at this point, and hopefully they're treating their channel like a real business. And then the last sort of category that I've lumped together is what I'm going to call the media company. these aren't just little guys. They're running a serious, like, it's a media company. I mean, they're making content and they're selling products, and they're making more money than just like some legit like businesses. So these are over 250,000 subscribers. And I think the goal for these guys is really just to scale beyond their channel. Their channel has gotten them where they are, but how do we build this into like a legit business that has multiple ways of creating revenue? So the best kind of deals that I can see that open up for these type of content creators that aren't necessarily available to the rest of the ones I've talked about is equity brand deals. The creator is making a deal with these brands, and they're not just being paid, they're receiving equity or part ownership in this company, in addition to probably also getting paid. And they might also have their own software or platform at this point. And then they're also doing, just your basic affiliate links and getting paid by AdSense and things like that. But at this point, I don't think that YouTube is like, it's not the business, it's the traffic. The monetization really happens off platform for these guys. And they probably have upwards of 10 to 15 different revenue sources from this. And also at this point, they should probably have multiple channels. If you have that many subscribers on one channel, I don't see why it wouldn't be so hard to create a second channel that is adjacent to the one you currently have. And I would assume at least 25% of your current subscribers subscribe to that one as well and start viewing content over there. You could have upwards of 5, 6 of these and just be making revenue from all these different channels. These guys are making the real money, and they probably have staff though, so they got to pay and all these other things that come with having this big of a YouTube channel. And I think they're typically going to be making around 50,000, possibly even $500,000 a month. But I think that kind of taps out of like where we are on content creators and how big they can get. Not everybody's going to be a Mr. Beast or a PewDiePie or something like that. But, for those guys, call me. Email me at brad@finchley.com. Let me know what I'm missing here. Let me know what you Mr. Beast, seriously, like, let me know what you did at like 10,000 subscribers that got you to 100 and 100 to 250, because I want to share that type of information with as many other content creators as possible. And, some of you that listen to this might say, Brad, you're totally missing out on this other revenue source, or you got that revenue source totally wrong. I'm willing to hear what you got to say. Again, I literally came up with all this information just because I was curious about how YouTubers specifically make money, because I always just thought it was views and maybe an affiliate link here and there, and come to find out there's a lot of other ways to make money. So if you got anything to add or criticize, I don't care. Email me at brad@finchley, FINCHLY.com. But that's a wrap on today's episode. If you take one thing away, it's that AdSense alone isn't a strategy. It's the real stability comes from building income streams that work together. And if you want help figuring out which income stream makes sense for you and your channel, or how to build it in a way that actually supports your financial life, that's exactly what we're here for. You can reach out to us anytime. Our just general email is hello@finchley, FINCHLY.com. And let us know what you think and see if we can help out. But thanks for hanging out today. That'll be it. Hope you have a great one. Brad Clark is a financial advisor, and Lucinda Clark is a registered administrative assistant of Cetera Wealth Services, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC. Finchley Finance is located at 15072 Snowshill Drive, Frisco, Texas, 75035. Brad offers securities through Cetera Wealth Services, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC. Advisory services offered through Cetera Investment Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cetera is under separate ownership from any other named entity. The views expressed on this podcast are for informational purposes only and are not necessarily those of Cetera. They should not be considered specific advice or recommendations for an individual. Neither Cetera nor its representatives may give legal or tax advice. The views and opinions contained in this material are those of the author and not necessarily the opinion of Cetera, and not a recommendation or solicitation to buy or sell any securities or investment products mentioned herein. This information is from sources believed to be reliable, but Cetera Wealth Services LLC cannot guarantee or represent that it is accurate or complete. Guests on the show are not affiliated or registered with Cetera Wealth Services LLC unless specifically stated. Any information provided by the guest is in no way related to Cetera Wealth Services LLC or its registered representatives. Due to volatility within the markets mentioned, opinions are subject to change without notice. Any references to specific companies, platforms, brands, or products through this podcast, including but not limited to social media platforms, content distribution services, affiliate programs, e-commerce platforms, or consumer brands, are made solely for educational and contextual purposes relevant to the content creator industry and primarily to distinguish a company's goods or services, establish context, and prevent listener confusion. Such references do not constitute a research report, investment recommendation, solicitation, or endorsement of any kind and should not be interpreted as advice to buy, sell, or hold any security instrument or to participate in any particular trading strategy. Finchley Finance and its representatives do not hold Series 86 or 87 registrations and do not publish research reports. Opinions expressed by the owners of this content do not reflect an endorsement by Cetera Wealth Services LLC or its affiliates. Any hypothetical examples, scenarios, or case studies discussed in this podcast are illustrative only and do not represent the actual performance of any specific investment, strategy, or individual. Any figures, percentages, dollar amounts, or numerical examples used may be hypothetical or illustrative in nature and are not intended to represent guaranteed outcomes, specific investment returns, or verified third-party data unless explicitly stated otherwise. All information herein has been prepared solely for informational purposes. Past performance does not guarantee future results. All investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal, and there could be no assurance that any investment strategy may be successful. Words or phrases that may appear absolute, predictive, or superlative in nature, such as will, always, never, best, should, would, or similar language, are used conversationally for clarity and educational purposes only, and should not be interpreted as promises, guarantees, predictions, or endorsements of any specific financial outcome, strategy, or product for any individual listener.